Moment you've all been waiting for, the first ever indie cribs on MTV2.
This is what happened when we turned up unannounced at Graham Coxon's house to find out if he had any pornography hidden under his bed.
Yo, this is Graham Coxon, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to Cribs. This is my crib. Come inside one time. Hats. Yeah, I like the hats. This is an American hat. This is from St. Louis. Henschel. Biltmore. Top American makers of gentlemen's headwear. This is an English one. This is more like the car salesman. And this is for when they're, you know, doing the scaffolding and stuff like that, so you don't get hurt. Hang on a minute. Oh, it really smells in here. I've got jeans everywhere and it's a total mess. And my bedroom's here. But, you know, it was a heavy night last night for those 2 hours on the sofa. This does funny stuff.
Who gives a hand?
That's quite good. It's just saying its own name, like Craig David. Over and over again. Little egoist. And here is a cupboard. This is my, like, jeans and stripy cupboard and all sorts of rubbish.
Stripy cupboard?
Yeah. This is where I stand in front of every morning going, God, I'm bored! Oh, this is the blazer cupboard.
Look at those blazers!
Also denim jackets and stuff. This is another one of my favourite cardigans. Rarely comes out because the moths. The moths enjoy it more than I do, actually. These are lederhosen. I get all funny when I wear them.
What happened?
I get raunchy. Like my record player. And some guitars that I use at home for mucking about on my 4-track. Oh, and the Blur Boys are up here. Oh, the MTV Award, yeah. It's like round, has a spring, and this was for copying TV. I think we all got one of those. It's next to Mickey Mouse, for obvious reasons. Oh. They've actually never ever got the opportunity to do that in the video, but they can do it any time in real life. Their eyebrows are coming up a little bit now, and some of the bits of them are falling off, and they're only meant to be temporary, and their limbs, the wire is starting to show.
Should we laminate them?
Should be laminated.
Oh, Graham.
The nicest guy we know called Graham.
In the world.
And fear not, music lovers. We also cornered him to talk about records and tunes and stuff, and you can catch that later in the show.
I can't wait. And next up, our number 5. Welcome back to the Enemy Chart Show. You saw the first ever indie cribs earlier on in the show with Mr. Graham Coxon.
But we couldn't leave without asking him a few questions about music, art, and his big job. Thanks for having us.
That's okay. Yeah.
And so we're quite excited because you're recording a new album in a couple of weeks.
Is it a couple of weeks?
I don't know.
I know it's at the end of the month, but I don't know what the date is today.
Well, you know.
Is it halfway through?
Let's say end of month.
Yeah.
And so is this Coxon number 6?
Yeah.
Wow. A moment to dwell.
My hobby is my job. It's a jobby.
Big jobby. How similar is it to can we just call it magazines? to your current masterpiece? Is it a whole album of Freaking Out? That Mairead wanted to know that.
A whole album of Freaking Out. In a way, there's quite a lot of that kind of thing, I suppose, because the Happiness in Magazines was coming upon a kind of a losing a lot of heaviness and a lot of kind of weight lifted from shoulders, etc., and feeling quite energetic and glad to be alive. And I suppose this one has been
getting back.
I'm quite used to that. Yeah.
Everyone liked the Freaking Out vid.
Yeah, that's my favourite vid I think I've ever been involved with.
And you look quite cute in it, so that's always a bonus. Yeah,
was it? What was it? What was it that did that? Was it the angles?
I think it
the
was,
lighting?
It was
the lighting.
Very sophisticated lighting.
Yeah.
So other than art, what other things do you like getting up to?
Getting up to?
What do you...
Usually I watch the telly.
Wow.
And, yeah.
What have you been watching on telly? No, go on, what
Big
other
Brother
stuff?
I've been watching.
Big Brother. It has been genius.
I don't know what I do.
Bears has been freaking out, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah.
What were they doing in, anyway. I don't know what I do.
Motorbikes?
Yeah,
Tell us
I
about your
like
motorbikes.
I've got a Japanese one in the back garden, which is quite good for for London.
For zooming around.
And I like a bit of a shoe, and I like a bit of a coat.
And a hat.
And a hat.
And specs. And
yeah.
So
I'm a big
collecting.
believer in quality never going out of style. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear you done the revving on the Kaiser Chiefs album.
Yeah, I did.
What was that about?
No, I got a message from Stephen, and they wanted a bit of a... I get the sort of feeling from it that a kind of a revving the engine, fish and chips kind of beginning to a rock number. So they so I went down to Barnes and revved my engine a bit, and mic'd it up and gave it a rev.
But that was a moment.
Yeah. And I met them
Do you like them?
boys, and yeah, they're nice.
But are there any other
New groups?
New groups.
Well, you had some good ones on, didn't you? And
10,000 Things you liked, didn't you?
Yeah, they had one riff that I thought was like bloody hell.
That riff's great.
It was quite mesmerising, a riff, and they just looked so like nasty men as well, which I kind of
half
enjoyed.
stand-up, half...
And yeah, the Rakes played, and that was nice. I like the Pipettes too.
Oh, the Pipettes.
And yeah,
Do you like the Futureheads? Are you into them?
Yeah, I like the Futureheads.
Yeah. I think it's official, Graham Coxon is a legend. We're nearly at the end of the Enemy chart.